Well, prices keep rising in startup land. Stripe, an online payments company, raising more money at a $5 billion valuation. Visa and Kleiner Perkins, some of the backers in this round. That is a 40% jump from where it was as recently as December. How much higher will prices go? I'm here with Menlo Ventures Managing Director Venky Ganesan, who follows all valuations very closely. So what do you think? I mean, is Stripe worth $5 billion?
You know, valuation, like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. So
that's a good line.
So I haven't seen it, but I'll tell you, it's a special company, and those founders are really special guys, and they're in the middle of one of the most exciting areas of on the internet, which is payments.
What about valuations in general, though?
You know, it's high, but the opportunities we see in our portfolio, never in the history of Menlo Ventures, 40 years in the business, have we seen companies grow their revenues as fast as they're doing it right now. And I think that's what makes this a tough. The valuations are high, but the growth is higher.
Square's going public. Stripe is staying private. Why? Why the difference? Is one having an easier time than the other?
I don't know the specifics of the situation, but in general, I think unicorns are staying private because the private markets are a lot more hospitable than the public markets. I actually think a lot of unicorns will get valuation haircuts if they go private. So I think they're only going to go public when they don't have a choice.
So you think Square doesn't have a choice?
I just think that I don't know specifically why Square is doing it. But I'll just say in general, I think unicorns prefer to stay private because the private markets are much better than the public markets.
Okay, so I want to talk to you about the biggest unicorn out there, and that's Uber at a $50+ billion valuation. Menlo Ventures, one of the very earliest investors in Uber, and we've been debating the sharing economy a lot here on this show and the rise of the 1099 economy. Uber saying they don't think its drivers should be full-time employees. In fact, drivers don't want to be full-time employees. But this is an issue that's very much in the national spotlight. Hillary Clinton is talking about it. And if you look at macroeconomic data, we're seeing people, when they have a choice, are choosing full-time jobs. There's not much growth in freelance positions. And I wonder, is the sharing economy getting a little overhyped?
It's not. Let me tell you, here are the stats that really matter to me. There are 7 million people today who can't find a job. There are 6.5 million people who are not getting enough hours to work. For those 13.5 million people, the sharing economy gives them a chance, a lifeline, so to speak, to get into the workforce. And that, to me, is a story we need to talk about. I think people would rather have a job than no job.
Okay, but when the economy, if and when the economy improves and there are more full-time jobs, will the people who could be driving on the side take the full-time job instead? I
think they might, but some people like flexibility, and this is the key thing about the sharing economy.
But how many people?
I think more people than we imagine. So today, labor participation rate in the United States is 68%, right? Only 68% of adults are choosing to work full-time, which means 32% of adults in America say, I don't want to work for different reasons, maybe for family reasons, maybe for personal reasons. I think having the flexibility to be able to work for a few hours at your choosing when you want is critical.
Quickly, you guys invested in Up Counsel, which is basically sort of like an Uber for lawyers.
Yeah.
$10 million. Does every sector have the potential to have an Uber for something, or is Uber the only real Uber?
No, I think you got to look through and look at the specifics of the situation. Law is a very interesting phenomena. On one hand, we have law partners making more money than ever. On the other hand, we have young law graduates not finding jobs. We have a unique time in history where we can actually get the same quality law firm, legal person working for you at 1/3 the price on Up Counsel.
Right. All right, well, we'll continue to follow and see if it pans out. Venky Ganesan of Menlo Ventures, always great to have you here on Bloomberg West. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.